Yep, we're not done yet. We got one more video. Hey everyone, I'm Adam Maker, and welcome back. Throughout this series, I've said where each film lies within the timeline, so I thought I would do my best to try and elaborate or explain it just a little bit more. I can't promise you it'll make sense, but none of this series has made any sense anyway, so fuck it! Also, yes, I am still ranking them. I haven't forgotten about it. That will come at the end after I explain the timeline. So, let's get into it. Alright, first movie in the series, Retro Puppet Master. Haven't seen it, but it takes place in 1902, so no shit it's first. Next, Dr. Death. It's not out yet, but he's a character from Retro, so I'm gonna assume that it goes here. Next, Puppet Master 3, Talon's Revenge. The film takes place in 1941, despite Talon dying in 1939. It doesn't make any sense, and I refuse to think about it anymore. Next, Puppet Master Axis of Evil. Where the film lies is actually pretty confusing because the film itself states it takes place in 1939 after Talon dies, despite talking about events that happen in Talon's Revenge, and also real-life historical events that take place in 1941 through 1943, despite taking place in 1939. None of it makes any sense. I don't care anymore. Next! Puppet Master X, Axis Rising, takes place directly after Axis of Evil. Next, Axis Termination. This takes place 1 year after Axis Rising. Next, Blade the Iron Cross takes place a few years after Termination, following Ivanov's daughter and Blade investigating a death ray that turns people into zombies. What the fuck? Next, the original Puppet Master. First released, but the 8th, I can't think of anything that rhymes with released. Whatever, it's 8th in the timeline. Curse of the Puppet Master. Despite being a standalone movie with no connections to any other films, it takes place in between 1 and 2 because fuck you. Puppet Master 2 takes place after Curse and sometime after the events of the first one, since the people in this movie are investigating the killings from the first one. Cool. Puppet Master 4, a few years after 2, this one happens. Puppet Master 5, the final chapter. It takes place immediately after 4. Puppet Master, the Legacy, takes place sometime after the final chapter, and it is the last one in this timeline. It also kills Plank off screen. I haven't forgotten about that, and I will still never forgive it for that. Next, Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys. I'm pretty sure this one takes place in the Demonic Toys timeline. I honestly don't know. It doesn't fit anywhere in the Puppet Master timeline, so I'm just gonna assume that it's in the Demonic Toys timeline. Alright, cool. No one cares? Cool. Puppet Master The Littlest Reich. Alternate timeline, so it's unrelated to any of the other films. Good! Because this movie is better than all of them and shouldn't be classified with them. This franchise has balls of fucking steel to think it has earned the right to be this stupid and convoluted. The Nazi thing, while it's kind of there in the first one, and by kinda I mean if you don't read the Wikipedia page, never know. It just left hooks you in the later films. I hate this franchise, and I'm furious that it has stolen nearly 20 hours of my life that I can and will never get back. Fuck this franchise. I hate it more than my ex-girlfriend, and she cheated on me. I hate everything about these movies. I hate the puppets, not just because some of them are Nazis. Don't think I forgot about Blade being a fucking Nazi doctor, but because they had the audacity to stretch this fucking franchise for 15 movies. Who's watching these? I know that I watched them, but I did that for this video. Who else is watching these? Who watches these movies for pleasure? I want to know. I want names. I will kill them all. I will kill all of them because they are the reason that there are 15 of these. I will end all. Not the Little Strike though. That one's awesome. Okay, so I promised I'd do this and I'm regretting it, but here's the definitive ranking of all 15 Puppet Master movies. Fuck. Okay, first off, Retro Puppet Master and Dr. Death, they're gonna go here. One I haven't seen and the other isn't out yet, so I really can't rank them objectively, so let's just move on. Alright, number 13, Puppet Master, Axis Termination. The only one I didn't finish, which should tell you everything you need to know, 1 out of 10. Number 12, Puppet Master, The Legacy. It's just a clip show. That is all it is. I really didn't like it. 1 out of 10. Slightly better than Termination because I was able to finish it. Number 11, Curse of the Puppet Master. This is what happens when someone asks the question, how can we make a Puppet Master movie that also feels like a Hallmark movie? A question I didn't think needed answered. The fact a guy got his dick drilled though is kind of funny, so everything else is bad though. 1 out of 10. Number 10, Puppet Master X, Axis Rising. The one with the hot Nazi. Could have been worse. 2 out of 10. Puppet Master 5, the final chapter. It's not the final chapter. 2 out of 10. Puppet Master 2. I don't even know what happened in this one anymore. 2? Maybe? Out of 10. Number 7. Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys. Corey Feldman's performance alone bumps this one up from being the 8th worst to the 7th worst. 3 out of 10 for Corey's wig. Number 6, Puppet Master Axis of Evil. I literally have no idea what happened in this one anymore. I just needed to put one here. 3 out of 10. Number 5, the original Puppet Master. It's not good, but it somehow managed to spawn 14 follow-ups. It was cool to see the uncle from Christmas Vacation though kill himself. 3 out of 10. 4, Blade the Iron Cross. It's fucking Blade. It's still a 4 out of 10 movie though. Puppet Master 3, Talon's Revenge. A 6-armed cowboy puppet shot a Nazi commander out the window of a brothel. That alone makes this one of the greatest films ever made. Other than that, it's fine. 4.2 out of 10. Number 2, Puppet Master 4. It's got Plank. Do you need more of an explanation? 4.5 out of 10. Number 1, Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich. This movie gave me everything I've wanted from this goddamn franchise. Puppets killing people. I can't believe that this idea was so hard to pull off. This movie fully embraced the silliness and insanity of the idea of puppets killing people and just said, fuck it, and made a damn entertaining movie. Will I ever watch it again? Probably not. Also, Nelson Franklin is in it. That guy's great. 6 out of 10. It's stupid and fun. Well, that's it. It's over. I never have to talk about these movies again. Well, until next time, make sure to take care of yourself and make sure you stay hydrated. I'm not sure what the next video is, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I promise. Maybe. Wait, do you hear that? Fuck.